Tonight on NTV News, Australia and Nauru signed the latest MOU in Canberra. President Marcus Stevens to attend state visit to Taiwan.
Well, at least every Nauruan knows somebody who has diabetes.
Building better diabetics care for Nauruans. And grade 1 children receive their laptops. Those stories and more tonight on NTV News. Good evening, and I'm Faith Benike. Students from the Yaren Primary School received their laptops earlier this week. Education Minister Kun and Director Longhurst attended the handover ceremony as students accepted their package. Fancy Star has the story.
About 200 laptop computers will be given to school children in coming months. And to these lucky children at Yaren Primary, it was like Christmas as they unwrapped their new learning toys.
Now take out the laptop.
Education Minister Roland Kern and Director Michael Longhurst were on hand to make the presentation. The minister was confident the program would eventually be expanded to cater for all primary school children on Nauru.
The one laptop per child program on Nauru is focused at only grade 1 levels. We're starting this year, 2008. The laptops we just gave out are only for one class. We're giving out to 30 students to start off with. But we're moving the program to the whole grade 1 population and hope to do that by the end of the year. We're expecting another 170 laptops to arrive before the year is out. And there is only around about 198 grade 1 students. And then we hope to then progress into next year with more laptops for then again grade 1 students. So it'll be always grade 1 students who will get the laptop.
How beneficial will this program be?
The program is very important for education development. There's a one laptop per child foundation that came up with the concept. It is the assessment of the people who did the studies on children development that access to laptops and access to IT, information technology, is one way of bridging education gap in developing countries and underdeveloped countries. Nauru last year lodged application to be part of the one laptop per child program within the region, and SPC, who is running the program in the region, has been very generous and have included Nauru in the program at last minute. So this program will be good for kids to learn about IT. IT is becoming more and more important around the globe. It is a way for them to access texts which they would otherwise not have access to, and other educational material which they would not otherwise have access to. And later on, we hope that they would also have access to internet research, of course, limited to educational purposes. But that would give any child who lives on a remote island or in any other remote situation access to information that they normally would not have access to. So this is very valuable for education development, and will be very valuable for our kids here on Nauru.
You're the first class to get these laptops.
The director, Michael Longhurst, said more laptops will be handed out over coming months.
At the moment, we've got 35 laptops here at the moment, and they've been distributed to one class of year 1s, and that's a combination of kids from Hazer and kids from Yaren. But eventually we hope every single child in year 1 will get a laptop by the end of this term.
How different are these laptops compared to the ordinary ones we are down to use?
Okay, well, there's a few differences, I guess. One is in the actual size, one's in the colour, but more importantly, these laptops are not described as office productivity laptops. These are described as learning tools, as distinct from productivity. The ones that we use as laptops in the office have got the business applications on, like the spreadsheets and the word processors. These ones are more for learning, so they've got learning programs on. They've also got the important ability to network. So if you notice on those laptops, it's got two little ears that stick up. Those ears are actually wireless connections. So every single laptop in this classroom can be connected. And even when students go home, they can still talk to their other people in their class who might be up to a kilometre away. They can still talk to them on these laptops. So these are much more than just ordinary old business laptops. They're for learning. These laptops have got access to a whole library of books that deal with literacy, they deal with numeracy, they deal with life skills. So they're more of a learning tool than an office productivity tool. I think that's the big difference.
So who will be training the children?
These laptops have been provided under a special program from the SPC. And SPC is providing us with a consultant to come and train our teachers on how to actually use the laptops. This fellow arrives this Friday. He's here for a week for a start to show teachers how to use the machines. And then the teachers, of course, will show the students.
Under the scheme, the children will take their laptops with them to grade 2 next year, while the computers will be replaced with new ones for the incoming grade 1 students. Meantime, later in the week, Yaren Primary School is about to have the country's first solar-powered classroom. The person in charge of that project is Xavier Baca.
Okay, we have these two 125-watt panels. They generate 7.5 amps each, so these will pretty much be trickle charging the batteries all day long. So we have a couple of very big batteries that these will keep charging, and then from the batteries the power will be inverted and provide power for the fans, the lights and all the computers.
How many solar panels will it take to power the classroom?
Okay, for this classroom we've calculated that the 2 solar panels should be enough for this one classroom. We look at how much power is drawn from the lights, from the fans and the laptops. The lights and the fans will be constant in every building in Nauru. The laptops, what we have to look at there is the number of them, but they're very low powered. They only draw 5 watts already, which is less than a fluorescent light bulb. All 4. Keep it down. Wait till it goes on, Keep this here.
After receiving the computer on Monday, the grade 1 children were shown how to install the computer operating systems on the machine at the end of the week.
They're really easy, and what we'll be encouraging the children to do is not only load up the operating system themselves, but to do all the hardware repairs themselves. Loading up the operating systems, a really simple procedure we'll be doing here this morning.
You've got to hold these ones until it tells you to let go,
The idea is just to empower them to be able to perform all of these maintenance things on their own.
This is Pansy Star for NTV News.
The Yehigo supermarket has come a long way over the past 5 years or so.